Hello, my name is Miss Emily Sally Crawford. I'm a transgender woman, and I've been a transgender woman for 2 years and 6 months. And today I am talking about Caitlyn Jenner is running for the governor of California. What do I think about it? What my opinion is on Caitlyn is running for the governor of California. And I was gonna say something about it, but I've been busy. I had something to do and stuff like that. What my opinion is, even before she started running for governor of California, I I heard a lot of trans people say, I don't like Kate. Kate don't understand what it's like to be a black transgender woman. She don't know what it's like to struggle. Caitlyn Jenner is rich. Caitlyn Jenner, like the media, they want to hop on her story. Like, okay, what about the black transgender woman? You know, what about our spirits? But the white transgender woman, they're gonna parade her around. Her story's gonna get out. But the black transgender woman who get left behind now. Don't get me wrong. I like white transgender women too. I love them. I love Scribner. I love Miss Violet. She's a white transgender woman too. I'm a black transgender woman. I love her show. But Miss Violet is not like Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is rich. When she had her surgeries. See, trans people like us, we got to save up. We got insurance. Caitlyn Jenner, no insurance for her. She just went to a private clinic. She got her breast done, and then when she got her breast done, then she got her vagina. And I'm still waiting getting my vagina passed. You know, right now COVID, and I heard a lot of these trans women say, "Oh, they postponing them surgery," so I might well wait. If I gotta wait 2 or 3 years later, I'm gonna wait 2 or 3 years later. I'm not rushing the product because once you get a vagina, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back. Once you get a vagina, you got to deal with it. My problem, and I've been transgender. I've been in the transgender community. I came out transgender 2 times, and I had somebody told me, "Oh, you're not transgender. How do you know who I am transgender now?" I came out to my family as transgender. You don't know if I'm transgender or not. I might not wear a dress and wig all the time, but I know some women don't wear dresses and wigs. I still wear my bras and panties. So I might not wear a dress and wig on all the time, but I'm still transgender. But I know some people call now. Do I like now? Sometimes I do like to wear dresses. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I don't feel like putting on dresses. I feel lazy. I don't feel like putting on a dress. I don't feel like putting on wig. So I just wear pants and t-shirt. It don't matter to me. What I'm saying is just of the story. And this is my take on Caitlyn Jenner running for governor of California. Caitlyn Jenner, who is rich, who is born rich, you know, even, even before she said some comment about the trans woman. Like Caitlyn was talking trash about the transgender athletes. Okay, Caitlyn, tell the truth. Did you are an athlete yourself, honey? So why you attacking trans woman? So you wait all this time. So you wait all this time. Renee Richards came out by the same time. I mean, Renee Richards came out at the same time that you. I mean, the same time you won that the Capitol, and you were living a lie and say, okay, but deep down inside, in the 70s, Caitlyn was transgender in the 70s. So why didn't she come out in the 70s? Because Caitlyn is the impeach. Caitlyn said, okay, I'm gonna wait when I'm 60 years old, come out transgender. And I know and I'm also doing by transgender histories. I'm working on a couple of transgender stories. I'm working on researching transgender people back in the 60s and the 70s, in the 50s and the 40s. And I'm right now, I don't see too many black trans women back in them days. You know, I don't see a few. But I see more white trans women than I see more black trans. But like I'm gonna say about that, I ain't got no problem with white trans. But what I'm gonna say, sometimes the black trans women get left out. Like we get left out of the history books. Sometimes we get left out when it comes down in the trans community. Because you got Caitlyn Jenner, the media, they're gonna credit Caitlyn as a superstar. But in reality, most transgender woman is struggling. In reality, most transgender women just only have enough money to get hormones. You know, even with me, it's some days I want to get hormones. There's some days I go without because I got help pay these bills. Sometimes I go without. Sometimes I got to buy clothes. You know, you have enough to get home on, or sometimes I might not have enough to get hormones. And some days I'll be off for hormones a couple months, be back on hormones a couple months. That's a terrible way to live. But Caitlyn, she have all the advantages in the world, and that she gonna say that trans kids. I mean, I wish that I was like Chad Jenner. What Caitlyn Jenner said to the trans girl athletes out there, you are a biological male. So Caitlyn, who 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 are you talking to? Caitlyn, you are so a biological male, as well I am too. But identify as a woman. Caitlyn Jenner, who is a biological male, identify as a woman. So who are you to judge somebody else, Caitlyn? And you wonder why that the transgender people and the transgender community don't want to have nothing to do with Caitlyn, because Caitlyn is privileged. She got money. She wealth. She like she ain't studying the poor transgender woman. And don't get me wrong, there is poor white transgender woman too. And I see a lot of these poor white transgender women. I see a lot of these poor transgender women just buried making. And I'm just a transgender woman. I'm buried making. I'm trying to grow my breasts. I'm trying to grow my teeth, but sometimes I might not have enough for estrogen. And I want to be on estrogen permanent. I don't want to go off on estrogen and something like that. But my take on Caitlyn Jenner and always been people like her, the billionaire trans woman, like I like the media, like they don't represent us. You know who the trans woman who we out there, and I'm gonna tell you the transgender woman who really fighting is not Caitlyn Jenner. The real transgender woman fight is the black transgender woman. That the media overlook. And I'm saying the poor white trans woman. And sometimes the media overlook. And I know a lot of trans women might not look nowhere like a biological woman. I know some trans women don't wear wigs and dresses. I know some trans women wear t-shirts and pants like I am. I don't wear dresses all the time. No, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do wear like my hair. Sometimes I wear my clothes and my pants. But my problem with Caitlyn Jenner is that she pretend like she going against the league. No, she not. No, she not. Caitlyn Jenner is money. She got money. She's just like Donald Trump. They all pretend. I just like Donald Trump say, I'm gonna look out for the trans community. What Donald Trump did for the trans community? Tell me what Donald Trump did. Donald Trump did nothing for the trans community. Donald Trump banned the trans community. Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican. It don't matter in the end. Well, I'm saying that both parties are corrupt. Both parties don't look out for you. They all say, I'm going to look out for you, LGBT community. Where are they? The problem is you got these two parties are bought and sold by Wall Street. They are bought and sold by the military industrial complex. That's my problem. And the problem is that Caitlyn Jenner is for Donald Trump. But the reason why Caitlyn Jenner for Donald Trump, it because she's a Republican. Caitlyn Jenner like Trump tax cuts. Caitlyn Jenner like Trump policy. Don't be fooled by Caitlyn Jenner. And what I'm saying is, you don't got to make transphobia tag when you go ask a trans people. The problem, and it's just like the problem, they always misgender a trans woman. That in my family, I'm not gonna say it is. My family misgender me. They call me he and him. They call me a man, which I am a trans woman. They misgender me, and they do it on purpose. And then they go and say, "Oh, I'm not transphobia." That is transphobia. What I do, I go after Caitlyn Jenner. I don't got you transphobia attack. I don't because me, I'm transgender. I support the transgender community. I don't care you gay or transgender. My problem and my problem with Caitlyn Jenner, I like Caitlyn Jenner. I got no problem with her. My problem and a lot of people do have a problem with her, that she used the trans community. She all about identity politics. And she gonna use that as a shield. The media gonna use that. But if you criticize Caitlyn Jenner, oh, you transophobia. Look at him. I deal with transphobia. I deal with transphobia attack. I deal with a lot of attacks. Yep, people still call me, yes, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a ma'am. And I tell them, every time I go to the store, or I go to Piggly, I go to Harvey, they always call me, yes, sir. I say, I'm not, sir. I'm a ma'am. You better announce me. I'm not, sir. I'm a ma'am. I always tell them that. And what it always, well, wait a minute, before I lose my thought, My problem is that the media see them as representation of a trans woman. Oh, and like the real trans woman that you gotta be ultra feminine. You gotta wear dresses all the time. You gotta wear wigs all the time. You got that. I know trans women don't wear dresses and wigs all the time. I don't wear a dress and a wig all the time. Sometimes I look like this. I don't wear a dress and wig. I'm transgender. I don't care. You can call me yes sir all you want. I say I am a man, honey. So I don't care what you think. But what I'm saying is they gonna use identity politics to shield Caitlyn Jenner. That's what the media gonna do. And what I say you can go after her without using transphobia. Oh, Caitlyn's a man. I already know Caitlyn's a biological man. I'm a biological man. But I identify as a woman. I wear bras and panties. I wear dresses. I wear wigs. And right now I'm on estrogen. Been on estrogen for 2 whole months. Going on 3 months. My problem is Caitlyn Jenner gonna do all them stuff for the witch. She not gonna do nothing for the Pope. Come on. Caitlyn talk about I'm gonna do something for the poor people. Yeah, poor people might, you know what? Poor people might who might what? And that's what she gonna look out for. Caitlyn Jenner is looking out for Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner talk about the homeless. And then she try to add like an anti-elite campaign. She's not anti-elite. She's a fake populist like Donald Trump. They're not gonna do shit for you. I mean, they're not gonna do these two corrupt political parties. They're not one party, but we live in a one party. We live in a one party state. And I've been saying for the longest time. Just like I've been saying, I watched the Como Cat, I watched Jimmy Dore, I watched all this stuff. And I said on my channel, like this. And I said on my channel like this for the longest time. Caitlyn Jenner gonna look out for Caitlyn Jenner. You have some, and just like Caitlyn Jenner is not the representation for the trans woman. You know, that other trans woman like Sarah Battle, and Marsha B. Johnson, a black trans woman and a white transgender woman, did more for the trans community than Caitlyn Jenner ever done. Caitlyn Jenner used her transgender identity to shield. Caitlyn Jenner, who plays sports as a man while why why Renee Richards came out the closet. Renee Richards was called a transsexual. The media did that. The media tried to take Renee Richards down. Renee Richards' fault. Caitlyn Jenner is not a fighter. Caitlyn Jenner is a hire. She like to hide behind, and she like to hide behind Renee Richards. Renee Richards, my girl, who came out fighting, said, "I'm a woman. I don't care what you say. I don't care what that DNA, the chromosome test. I'm a woman." And Renee played tennis as a woman. As a woman, she had surgery, painful surgery. She know who she was. Bruce Jenner wait in her 60s to become Caitlyn. She was behind her white identity. And guess what? Caitlyn still a lesbian. You see that in a white trans woman. The white trans woman, they like to stay with a woman. After they get their sex change operation, and I say, look at him. What 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 your wife gonna do with a vagina, honey? You had your sex change operation. Guess what? Guess what? Her wife divorced her. Her wife said, you getting your sex change, you gonna be with a man. Because this I ain't not gonna go. Because you see a lot of these white trans women out with their wives. Most of them had surgery, had them a vagina passing, had the breast implant. I'm gonna be with my wife. Why? Are you already got a vagina? And what your wife gonna do with that? Or were you a lesbian? and 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 this is also the biggest problem with the trans community. Because a lot of these wives is and they're sitting there and say, I'm gonna divorce you. And then what you gonna do with me? I'm gonna divorce you. And I don't hate trans lesbians. I don't hate them. But I don't know why these wives gonna sit there while their husband had a sex change and become a woman. I was her, I say, I love you. You get your operation. So why would you go ahead divorce them? And you see it all the time with the white trans woman. The black trans woman don't have that problem. But you see the white trans woman, their wives, they're gonna stay with them. They get their sex change operation, they get their vagina passes, they're gonna stay with them. But what they gonna do with them? The penis is gone. They ain't got no penis now. They got a vagina. That is my problem with a lot of these white trans women, like Caitlyn Jenner, what that lady name? Jenny Bourne. And they I'm Jenny Bourne. My wife. I still got a wife, honey. The Hollywood types. Oh yeah, Jenny Bourne is a professor. Oh, look at him. Look at him. The black trans woman, we get left out. The pro-trans woman, they get left out. But the media like to portray Caitlyn Jenner and that and the Bowden, Jennifer Bowden, them types are trans women. There's different types of trans women. That type of trans woman don't wear dresses. That type of trans woman look just like men. That type of trans woman just wear bras and panties. That type of trans woman wear dresses. That type of trans woman, they're all different type of trans women. I mean, who I can judge? Who I can judge? And one lady got mad at me about saying something about Harry Styles. Oh, Harry not transgender. But I say Harry is a quadrille. She said that's an outdated term. I said, how does an outdated term? And because most people now today they use quadrilles and transgender. They combine quadrilles and transgender together. I ain't got no problem with it. And I say Harry Styles. Harry Styles don't do nothing like Caitlyn Jenner. I I mean, Harry Styles don't use identity, politics, all that other stuff. Harry Styles just wear he dress and just go home to the house. I'm just gonna wear my dress. I'm gonna wear my wigs. I'm gonna wear my bras and panties. He just going to the house. My, like I said, and Miss Rosie O'Kelly, um, Miss Rosie O'Kelly, the famous transgender woman on YouTube, and I like her show. And I like Miss Rosie O'Kelly. Unlike other transgender women, she also includes biological. She also includes guys who wear bras and pants. She also includes guys who want breast implants. She also includes guys who want surgery. See, a lot of these trans women is shocked that there is some people in the trans community do not conform to the trans ways. There's some guys having vaginoplasty surgery, without being transgender. And what I'm saying is a lot of that stuff in the trans community, a lot of trans women don't talk about it on YouTube. They don't talk about it on YouTube. They don't say nothing about it on YouTube. And I hear one trans lady, Miss Rosie O'Kelly, and Miss Melly Maya. They are the only two trans women talk about trans people. Not all trans people look the same, act the same. And what I'm saying is, you got a lot of these trans YouTubers out there. They're all about day transition. But look at him. Not everybody can look beautiful. Not everybody can be the ultra feminine trans woman. And that my problem. That my problem with a lot of these trans women on YouTube. I like I give you one sample. Like Samantha Nuts. I like Samantha Nuts calling out, Stephen Crowder. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Stephen not with Stephanie. Oh, Stephen not with a transgender. Who cares? And why are you talking about it? Oh, yeah. Because they are triffers. They are triffing the trans people. Either they'll go after me or they might go after Miss About it. Where was they was at? Where was Miss Samantha Lutz at? Or when Miss or when Miss About it when they channel was removed? Where were they? They were nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found. And that's my problem with a lot of these trans YouTubers today. I like trans YouTube. I like a lot of transgender women on YouTube. But my problem with a lot of these trans women on YouTube, they use that as a shield. Or they don't talk about trans woman. They talk about only they talk about they transition. That's it. They don't talk about no transgender topic. They don't talk about no transgender, and they do not even talk about the black trans woman. They don't say nothing about the black trans woman getting killed. These are white trans women. Only only thing they care about is their beauty. One day you're gonna get old. All your butt, your hip gonna sag, your butt gonna sag, everything else gonna sag. That all they think about is that booty. It kind of remind me like the white gay man. The white gay man, only thing he think about is his butt. He he butt. He sit pat ab, and he big old penis. That all he think about. The white trans woman. I'm gonna tell you what she think about. Her butt and her titties. So one day it looks sad that all they think about. They think about booty and vanity. That's it. And that all they talk about. That all their videos gonna be about. But my video is I will talk about anything. We'll talk about Trump. We'll talk about Biden. We'll talk about Superman. I'm a transgender woman. I talk about anything. I don't want to be like the trans woman on YouTube, the white trans woman on YouTube. Only thing they talk about is oh 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 do I look real? Oh, do I look real beautiful? Do I look really beautiful? And then they go and then when they get their vagina plasty surgery, they always be trashing it. Oh 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 my vagina plasty didn't go out white. Duh duh. and just, and that my problem. I mean that my problem with a lot of these white trans women on YouTube. I like white transgender women. I got no problem with it. But my problem always been they never talk about the black trans woman, and they never talk about they never talk about a lot of these guys are getting vagina passes. I would without being transgender. They don't say a word about that. I see I see a lot of guys getting breast implants. I know. But only thing they talk about on their transgender channel is my transition. That it. Or my vagina passing. Or my breast implants. And there more topics to talk about transgender community. Most transgender community don't live like them. I don't live like them white transgender woman on YouTube. And who want to be like Bray White? And who want to be like the ultra feminine trans woman? That is a myth. Because everyday trans women do not live like them. Everyday trans women do not act like them. They are not trans. They are and they are acting like biological women. This is transness. This is what it's like to be trans. I might not wear my dress and wig all the time. I wear it sometimes. I don't want to be like the ultra feminine trans woman, the white trans woman, so woke that and that's who they are. I'm a I'm a I'm a white trans woman. Uh, uh, how so beautiful I look. I look like a biological woman. I am I am a biological woman don't wear dresses all the time. They don't even wear wigs all the time. I know. Even biological woman don't wear even biological woman don't be like them all the time. They're ultra feminine trans woman. Not not all trans women conform to not all trans women conform to society. I mean and that's my problem with Caitlyn Jenner. She one of them. And Caitlyn Jenner is an ultra feminine trans woman. But with Nay Richards, she none of that. When Nay said, I don't care. I don't care how I look. When Nay Richards is a superstar. She is the first transgender woman. She beat Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn was hiding in the closet, while when Nate Richards came out of the closet. With Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner is just she's just an eye touch transgender. Don't know nothing about society. Not everyday transgender woman. Not everyday transgender woman live like her and act like Caitlyn Jenner. And that's what I said on Kyle Melincy Blog today. So I'm about to end this video. I'm gonna talk for a few minutes. And I like Miss Rosie O'Kelly said, I'm gonna judge her on her policy. Cause what gonna come down if Caitlyn Jenner win? I doubt it. I doubt Caitlyn Jenner win. Cause California is a deep blue state. But if Caitlyn Jenner do win that stuff, her policy might be worse. Caitlyn Jenner might be worse than she might be worse than that I got the dude's name. What I got name? Who won California now? He probably Nancy Rosie nephew. I got it's not Carmel, it's somebody else. Well, I'm trying to think about it. The current governor of California, he might be worse than them. She might be worse. Caitlyn don't have no policies. I cannot name any new policies that she might do. Caitlyn is for the rich. She's a rich trans woman who are touched. Caitlyn hid in the closet longer than I did. I came out 2 times in a row. Caitlyn came out 1 time. And she hid in the closet more than I did. I know what to tell you about Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is a coward. That's all she is. She's a coward. She hid away. She hid away in 1976. She could have came out. She could have came out in 76. And she could have did it. And she could have did with Nay Richards. The only reason why she waited, because transgender was acceptable. But Caitlyn Jenner, and she was trying to be a white man. But when Nay Richards said, I'm a woman. She Caitlyn. When Nay Richards said, I'm a woman, I don't care what you say about me. I don't give a damn what you say. You can say which all you want. I'm tuning you out. But guess what? Bruce Jenner was living a lie. All that was a lie. Because Bruce Jenner was a coward. And he was a coward. And he kind of reminded me like them other trans women, who wait long time ago and come out, or when it convenient enough to come out. When she came out in 70, she came out in 1970. And she's still living. She's an old age. She plays sports as a woman. While Bruce Jenner played sports as a guy. So you can go after Caitlyn Jenner, but go after her on her policy. That's what I'm saying. Go after because Caitlyn Jenner policy is the same policy as Donald Trump. It's the same policies of Joe Biden. They all have the same policy. They're all about Caitlyn Wall Street. Caitlyn Wall Street why trigger down. It might trigger down to you. It might not, but most not. It's not gonna trigger down. Trigger down economic. That all she gonna do. She gonna fight for the tax cut, and that it. That all she gonna do. I like. Okay, I'll give you a sample. They said Caitlyn Jenner do win, and somebody put Mary Kay for all on her. More chances are likely she gonna debo Mary Kay for all. She gonna debo $15 minimum wage. She gonna debo all these progressive policies because she get money from her donors. You got to understand, Caitlyn Jenner is a rich trans woman. Her policy is different. I mean, her interest is different than a poor trans woman. You gotta look at it, the rich trans woman, the top of the class with the rich white trans woman. You might have a few rich fat trans woman, or like Renee Cox, something like that. But most transgender women live on the bottom. We are struggling, and we just barely making it. We begging in the street. There's prostitution. There more trans people are prostitute, and there are more trans people getting killed, and there are more trans people are getting arrested by police, and there are more trans people in prison. That is the bottom half. See, most people think they're transgender, and there's one type transgender. No, there's two transgender, just like it's the haves and the have-not. The bottom of the transgender woman, that's what Caitlyn Jenner living at, and that was that billionaire translate sitting there, and that were all these movie star transgender women. That's what they live. They're living on the top 1%. While all the other transgender women are living at the bottom half. You're struggling, you're just barely making it, but you're not really doing that far. And that's my problem with Caitlyn Jenner. And that's my problem with Caitlyn. Because care about Caitlyn. She going to depot all these policies, like Jimmy Dore said. It's one party rule. Caitlyn Jenner policy is the same as Joe Biden policy. Caitlyn Jenner policy is the same as Donald Trump policy. To bail out the corporation, and that it. Why everyday, mostly trans women live on the bottom half. Most trans women don't live like Caitlyn Jenner. That is a myth. Most trans women you see today look like me. They're black, they're pro-transgender, they're pro-Latino. There's the bottom and there's the top. Caitlyn Jenner is at the top. That's my problem. See, her policy is going to look out for the 1% of the trans woman. The 1%, her rich buddies, that it. Because she could say, like, if she governor of California, you know what she did to them young transgender woman? Told them, you can't play sports. Who the hell Caitlyn Jenner thinks she are? Caitlyn Jenner hide behind that, and she did not compete as a girl. And you want to use Renee Richards? Renee Richards came out in the 70s. She paid as a woman. Bruce Jenner sit there and hide and lie to the American people who think that he was a biological trait man. when Renee Richards outbeat him. And that's my problem with Caitlyn Jenner. Chad Jennings. And I gotta thank Chaz because she's an inspiration to the younger trans woman. And I'm reaching out to the younger ones that you could be transgender, that you can come out. It's possible that you could be like me. You can have a good life. And this to Caitlyn Jenner. For me, it took me years to come out. I struggled to a lot. I was going through a lot of stuff. Really, I was. You could come out and admit and say, "This is where I am." You could brace it. You don't got to be like Bruce Jenner. Now Caitlyn Jenner got to hide for so long. What Caitlyn Jenner said was wrong. I mean, what she said about the younger trans woman competing in sports, Renee Richards did that in 1976. While Bruce Jenner was living a lie, was lying to people, and to make like he was a straight white man, but deep down inside he was a woman. Bruce Jenner did that. Caitlyn Jenner did that. And then she want to tag transgender woman in sports. And that she sit there and lied and say, I'm a transgender woman now. That's my problem. Now the transgender community is going after her now. They're not going after her because she did anything wrong. She's going after her because way she did the transgender community. Caitlyn Jenner is looking out for Caitlyn. The black trans woman told you about this. And I asked you watch Caitlyn Jenner's show. I didn't like it. I asked you like her she had a black transgender woman. Said, how dare you treat the trans community like you all that? The black trans woman, the black trans woman was trying to warning me that Caitlyn Jenner. They know who Caitlyn was before Caitlyn came out. Caitlyn was a rich white girl, a rich white woman now. And she used gender identity. She used that as a shield. While Renee Richards did the work. And trans woman, if it was not for Renee Richards, there will not be no trans woman in sports. And there won't be no Fallon Fox. And there will be no Kyle Molis. And there will be none of them. You can come out and say, I'm a woman. I might not look like a woman sometimes, but I'm a woman. I don't care what you say. You can come out. You can brace who you are. That work is not done by Caitlyn Jenner. That work is not done. It's done by Renee Richards. Renee Richards say that if you identify as a girl, you should play as a girl. They told her that. The media went after Renee Richards. But right now, guess who? The media is not going after Caitlyn Jenner. The media went after Renee Richards. And it was the It was the media try to brought Renee Richards down. But Renee Richards came out and said, I'm a transsexual. I don't care what you say. And she paid tennis with the biological girls. That work is not done by Caitlyn Jenner. That was done by Renee Richards. She can't claim that. She could have claimed that in 1976. And she could have been the first one. But she was. But Renee Richards done it. She really, I thank her. Renee Richards. If you want to worship somebody else, you want to worship a trans girl, well, you might well go ahead and do Renee Richards. Renee Richards had a story. Second, third, I watched the movie. It was a good movie. They had a book. Renee Richards came out in the 70s. I mean, coming out that you didn't know how you gonna get your surgeries. You didn't know nothing about hormone, and this is pre-internet transgender era. Caitlyn Jenner was hired as Bruce Jenner, but Renee Richards did it, and she did it, and she complete, and they're on in. I'm sorry, it's a long, it's a long video, but it kind of to think about what transgender women in the past had to go through. You know, at that time it was against the law for a lot of transgender women I know to come out. That's why I said, we need to talk about transgender histories and stuff. There's nothing wrong being transgender. There's nothing wrong being gay. See, people think, because it's religion, it's society, it's telling you that it's something wrong. It's something wrong with being gay, or something wrong being trans, or you choose this way. I don't think you choose this way. I don't think anybody who choose to be like this. I think I think we supposed to be a woman. I think we supposed to come out as girls, and then we didn't come out as girls. We came out as boys. People focus on the sex instead of the gender. It's not about your sex. See, people focus on the sex, the sex of the child. They over focus on that instead of focus on the gender, and not by the sex. People focus on the sex. You're born male, or you should be a male. See, they get that messed up. See, the brain influence just like a lot of stuff. You see what a biological woman do? It the brain tell them what to do. Just like the same for the transgender. The brain. And I think a lot of biological women focus on the sex. They focus on, and they're focused on the gender of the person. I know the gender identity. That's something that it get lost in a screen, like gender identity. They like you. I can't explain when you coming out. Like you hear a lot of stuff about coming out transgender. You hear a lot of bad stuff, but in a way, coming out, like you don't have to worry about coming out again. Sometimes you might come out 2 or 3 times. Somebody don't know. You could be yourself. That's all I try to tell you. Be yourself. Is that what you want? Do it. Don't worry about, you're going to hell and all this other stuff. What makes you happy? People need to think about that. People focus on religion. People focus on society. And they are focused on, do you want somebody to treat you like that? Do you want somebody to treat you gay or you transgender? That's my problem. And my problem that a lot of transgender people go through that. They get misgender every day. I get misgender. I've been called yes, sir. In fact, I don't feel like a sir. I feel like a ma'am. And they call you that because the way you look like a male, so we can call you male. It don't feel right. So that my take on Caitlyn Jenner. I want to know what you think about. I ain't get too much comments on too many dudes, but what you think about on that. I'm gonna log off, and I think that's about it on this live screen, and I see y'all later.